And start. Hello and welcome back to Dark Heresy. We'll be continuing on where we left off with the players in a Hive City. Everything's going alright, all things considered. None of them are dead, which is always nice.
Woo!
Hello.
Yay for living.
Yep, so that is working. Fantastic. And this time my voice recorded because I just went and checked. Which is always nice. So, you are on the Hive City of Arnis, chasing down something you're not quite sure what it is. Hello and welcome. Yes. Chasing down something that you're not quite sure what it is, only that it is bad, it is killing people, and taking control of people's minds, and people are missing, and now it's in the Lore Hives.
It's the Mind Flayer!
Well, that's moving. So one person guessed it's a Mind Flayer. Wrong game, unfortunately, but good guess.
Demons! It's gonna be a demon.
Things RPG?
It is an RPG, but I didn't hear what the rest of what you said was.
Is this not the Stranger Things RPG?
No, indeed, it is not.
When do we fight the Great Demogorgon?
It's straight up pretty damn close, though, let's be honest here.
I want to be 11.
No, shut up.
Well, you don't have any psychic abilities.
Yeah, you're not even
You're not even a psycho.
A psycho wouldn't hurt, to be honest, but you don't have one. Nor do you have your psychic blank, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But anywho, what's your next order of business, you guys? What do you guys want to do?
Blindly running after it, or what's the plan, boys?
Much.
Chase after it and kill it.
Okay, well, you know it's on the... So you have to make your way across the current section of the hive you're on, go into the sewage pipes...
I'm gonna call for reinforcements from the frickin' Abites first.
Okay, good call.
I'm not just gonna YOLO swag in there after a demon, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, no.
Because Mind Flayer.
The Abites guy who was like, oh yeah, by the way guys, this thing just tore through a freaking sewer and went into the lower hives. I'm gonna go, well, alright mate. Let's go get the freaking armed division of your highest and most elite troops, and let's go.
I don't know, man. Like, I think time is important.
Time is important, but I'd rather not die.
Yeah, you know what happened last section. You guys sort of rushed in there. It's like, YOLO, let's just go into our ship. Let's go spend 9 hours fucking around in
My
a brothel.
character this time is intelligent.
Yes.
I'm preparing.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, to be honest. Spend 9 hours in a brothel, then you're like, where's the first place we go? Probably the first place thing they're going to look for. Okay, let's go there.
I'm playing an intelligent character. I ain't doing stupid crap. Let's do this. Let's prepare. Let's get an army.
Honestly, last session, what I expected you guys to do was spend 9 hours there and then go back in to the with the scientist. That's what I expected you to do, and then like going to the ship, I'm like, bad call. The first thing they looked for.
What's in the past is in the past. Let's not dwell on the mistakes of dead NPCs or player characters.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
I was trying to roleplay the knucklehead.
Sure you were.
I was refraining from metagaming, thank you very much.
Sure you were refraining from metagaming. Sure you were.
You were role-playing? I thought that was just you.
Alright, I am in Dark Heresy game now. Let's do things here.
Fair enough.
If I get decapitated again, so be it. This time at least it'll be with some preparation behind it.
Good idea.
What about salteration for your preparation?
Why don't you just kill things faster this time? I wouldn't have died last time if you'd done that.
I was an envoy, I don't kill.
Well, then kill things faster, jeez.
You're the one guy who's supposed to kill things. You couldn't kill things. If anyone was supposed to kill things faster, it's you.
Alright, guys, no more blame. Let's stop the blame game.
Kill things, okay? So I
don't know. I'm pretty bad at killing stuff.
The fuck? Oh, sorry,
You better
somebody just randomly pulled up and jumped out the... Who the hell's this?
coming to the house.
Yeah, there's just some No, they're just walking off. This is...
That's weird.
They literally
Some
stopped right outside in front of me, jumped out the car, and now they're walking off the... Now they're just standing on the road. I'm really confused by what just happened there.
Oh,
Well, okay, well, let's continue on with this. So you're going to go to the Abites and actually get some reinforcements.
Yes.
All right. So I'm just going to say you jump straight up to the floor. You already know where you're going. You go to
I
the
just jump on the comms and go, dude, we need backup.
Fair enough. And he's just like, yeah, you get a reply on the comms. I send what I can. I'll gather all nearby reinforcements and send them in the sewers. Do you want them to sweep first, or do you want to lead the charge?
Yeah, I'll get them to sweep first. They know the lay of the land, so it's best if they do the recon.
Excellent. I'll get them onto it straight away.
All two of them.
There's a little more than two of them, but yes, they'll be on to the case.
This is how many.
I request that they're on constant voice comms, so that if either of them changes or has anything go awry, we know about it quickly.
All right, yeah, no, fair enough. He's okay. Yeah, if you go to these locations, sends you a location that's really close by, in between, sort of where you are and where the sewer drain pipe is. It sends you a location. And he's just like, if you go here, there's a Bitey's land hauler that you will be able to use as a sort of command post as such. If you wish to meet me there, that will be well and good.
Excellent, let's go.
Excellent. So you go there, you see the classic black and white Bitey's highly armored vehicle sitting sort of on
And you said it was a bad idea.
it's sort of just, sort of parked there, has its little antenna, and some of Bitey's swarming around it, and you see the captain they're standing right outside the sort of back entrance.
Yeah, I walk up to him and just go, so what's the situation? Assuming it's taken us some time to get here, of course.
Yeah, it's taken you a few minutes at least. He's like, all right, well, I've organized 5 teams. They will be going to, following the 5 main paths of which the sewers take. There are some smaller, less well-known, but they are mostly blocked in or too narrow to really send a effective group into. So we'll explore the main ones first, and inside we have all the comms, so we can basically hear everything that's going on. Visuals are somewhat limited, but we do have something there, so...
Alright, quick metagame question.
Yep.
Is there some form of robotic scout as well that we could be using to scout out these, little corridors and stuff that we can't send troops down?
Yep. Yes, you can use either servo scouts or various types of servitors.
Okay, so I'll be asking him to send. I'll be like, all right, so these other corridors, I want some servo scouts, etc. Cameras on them. I want eyes and ears everywhere.
Will do. We first have to contact the Adeptus, the tech priests. I forgot their names. Adeptus Mechanicus. That's it. Have to.
Yeah. Words.
Words. Yes. Fake Latin words. Yeah. And they should be able to send out a tech priest to aid us in this endeavor.
Excellent. I want them here post haste.
Will do. Would you also like for us to send for the Adeptus Ministorum?
Considering this started with one of the mechanicists, I dare say we should have them involved.
It's a storm, not mechanics.
The storm. Sorry, whatever. The words, okay?
Yeah, the Adeptus Ministorum's the priesthood.
Okay, I'll get them involved. I'm 100% okay in doing that.
Yeah.
I want everyone down here. If there's a freaking demon, I want everyone down here.
Yeah. I'm throwing a bone with this one, so.
Well, my character's gut instinct right now is, well, I just watched a bunch of people have their minds controlled, so something is not going to go well. And if that's the case, I want everything going like in our favor.
Yeah,
I ain't risking nothing.
Just a metagame statement that your characters would all know. Well, it's not metagame. It's something your characters would all know. Is it was either the beginning of the session before last, or the end of the session before last, or the beginning of last session. You got access to a astropath that you can use.
So what's the benefit there? I'll be honest, I'm not 100% on
Interplanetary communication with other astropaths.
Well, frick, I'll be telling the Inquisition then, hey, by the way, there's some heresy going on here.
Wait, don't they actually have a thing here going away?
What?
Don't they actually have like a base, since we were here because of Inquisition stuff?
You were here because of Inquisition stuff. However, that was sort of just a chance meeting, a chance sort of they pulled the Inquisitors together to elevate one other Inquisitor, who, and then you guys sort of stayed on the planet to have a sort of break and then investigate this dilemma.
We were just chilling there to have fun, let's be honest, guys.
Yeah, you were on standby. And then shit hit the fan.
Surely.
So, yes, just so you know, you can contact your Inquisitor.
I'll be doing that.
Yes. Yes. So, so you can just go onto the... You could probably just do it. You can contact your astropath from the... what's it called? The van you're at. My English is very bad today. Sorry, people. And they should... And from there, you can contact your astropath to contact the Inquisitor. And you may be able to get more details on what it is you may be fighting.
Yeah, so we do that.
Yes.
Words. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, okay, so you contact the Inquisitor, Liru, and she quickly, you reasonably quickly get a response back. Normally these things take quite some time, but she's not actually too far away. So, your response comes back pretty quick, and she just basically says, well, you're definitely probably dealing with some form of psychic entity. More likely than not, it is some form of demon. She will contact a Inquisitor of the Auto Malleus to see if he can render you any help. She can basically, from what she knows, a good way to deal... There's basically a few things about demons. First thing is they generally require some form of constant substance via the sort of warp-based shenanigans. Generally, violence is a very good way of sort of filling them as they sort of feed off the acts of violence and so on and so forth. So somehow trying to psychically starve it would be quite good to weaken it. However, given the situation with Arnis, it's quite odd because there is no... From what they can tell, with just 3 Inquisitors just being there for quite some time, there's no psychic disturbance which would dictate sort of a chaotic ritual to summon forth a full-blown demon, so... You're probably dealing with some form of lesser demon or demon host. Given how long the attacks have happened, it's probably a demon host that you're dealing with. And a good way to deal with them is you require... If you can learn the demon host's true name, you can banish it.
Huh.
I suggest we charm it and ask it its name.
Alright, you're volunteering. Have fun.
My charm is 2.
Aren't you the fellowship guy?
I'm also on Addictus Abidis. I'm not trying to charm a bloody demon. I'm smarter than that.
Hey, it might work.
Yes, and a good thing to do, this is just over this course of like a while. You just get this information. A good thing to do will be to learn where the demon came from exactly.
From the what?
What leads do we have, though? That's the question.
Wasn't there something about the docks?
Yes.
Yeah, we investigated that. There was a dude in white and the Mechanicus fellow. However...
Ooh, right, I had a book for this.
There was that ship though that had all its records deleted and shit, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we don't know what it is, where it came from, or...
Don't we think we should look into that a little bit more to find out where it came from?
As far as I can remember, we came up with loose
Tried.
ends on that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we tried. Nope, this is my math book.
You only you only tried via looking at the cameras on the docks themselves.
We also checked the manifests.
And the
Yeah, 'cause
manifest.
we did get the
yes.
manifest tablet, because I remember talking to the guy while I was wearing power armor, so he was like, "Oh my god, let's do the power armor, what's going on?"
Oh, wait, okay, I got my notebook now.
Excellent. Someone
Oh,
keeps
cool.
notes.
I'll be straight up honest, I forgot to do like notes for most of the session, so I just gave up.
That's fair enough.
I don't keep notes because I'm lazy.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I want to ask our buddy's friend if they have, like, airspace stuff.
Airspace control?
Yeah.
very good.
Maybe. Would the Abides have control over airspace?
They absolutely would.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'll check them. I'll ask them for airspace records.
It's just like, oh, yes, I can get those brought to you post haste. I'll get an alkalite to bring some of them down here. Everything we have. Any particular region you're wanting to look at?
I'll describe the time and area that we know this ship came from and landed on.
Alright, excellent. After about, it's probably a couple of hours, an adept comes running in, and he gives you a box full of data slates that you can use.
Alright, you're up, take first.
Alright. So, what is this going to be?
Okay, Peter, is there anything you want to do in the meantime?
There's not much I can do.
Alright.
I guess I could go and investigate the dock itself, see if I find any clues.
Alright, so you're going back to the docks.
I am praying right now you don't get jumped by this demon, otherwise we're gonna have a player kill.
Well, no, he's...
No, he's in the lower hives, remember?
Yep, and that's how I'm praying it stays.
Like, I don't know, man. It took, like, weeks just to get down there, then it's not going to go back up to the docks. But then again, it would be the last place we look at.
Exactly.
Well, I might find its nest. I might find its nest while it's down there. And be like, all right, now let's just wait for it to set a trap. Boom, bang, bangy, boom.
Why would you have this docks?
Because that's where he came in. He set up a
boom, and
nest
kill
and
the
then he went and
demon,
killed motherfuckers.
I'll be happy.
Like, just let him go. Just let him go.
I'm so glad you guys have faith in me.
Just like
All the faith.
like we've gone through quite a bit, so I guess we have faith in you. I guess.
It's a stretch of the word, but sure.
You're talking to the guy with the highest kill count.
Alright. Okay, so we'll start with Peter, since he's hasn't been doing much the last couple of sessions in terms of taking the initiative. So you go to the docks. You get there sort of it's noon, I say. So sun's coming through the clouds. You can see the sort of shine of the crystal city as you get to the docks. And where's the first place you want to look in the docks?
I'd probably look at the camera, like the area where the camera was showing.
Yep. So the actual so just outside the tech priest area.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So so you get there. It's as you remember it. Do you want to do a how do you want to search? What do you want to search for? Like.
Basically, I want to search for anything that could show something being there that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, so you're looking for something. Basically, it's something that doesn't fit in, type basically.
Yeah, even if it's like a ship manifesto that's fell off the ship or something that that we have no record cover because it might be that ship.
Yeah, no, okay, no problem. So you're gonna start searching around. Give me 3. Hang on, what's the skills? Oh no, wrong page. Bring up this one.
Right,
3. There will be a test for this. There must be like some form of search test. Scrutiny. Give me 3 scrutiny tests. Yeah, that should be good.
Can I use awareness instead?
Sure. Okay, do awareness if you have that trained.
Yay! I have things in awareness.
Yeah, fair enough. Give me 3 of those. Oh,
Oof,
nice. Oh, that's not.
2 of those passed. The middle one just didn't.
So yeah, after about an hour of investigating, you get quite frustrated and you sort of kick a box. And as the box moves, you can see a piece of parchment. It seems to have somehow got stuck under the box you kicked. And yeah, what do you want to do with the said parchment? Take it?
I'm gonna pick it up and examine it.
Excellent. As you look over it, it's covered in a writing that's very, very foreign and bizarre to you. Give me a willpower test. Just a base willpower.
Uh-oh.
Is that a pass?
It is.
It is. Excellent. So you sort of feel the cryptic writings have an effect on your mind, and you instantly know them to be foul and evil in their nature. The psychic energies practically emulate off them as you watch it, but you're able to sort of resist their influence. And yeah, so now you have a piece of parchment with strange writing all over it that's not good.
Alright, I'm gonna call it in. I call it in to the guys to go, hey, guys, I seem to have found some sort of evil paper.
I'll plan the comms. Come again?
Evil paper.
Evil paper. It tried to do evil things to my mind when I read it. I'm gonna bring it back now so we can have a look at it.
Okay, make sure you're careful with that. We don't want you falling under its influence. Make sure you bundle up and hide it from your eyes. Conceal it.
Don't worry, I've already put it in a safe place. I then shoved the paper in my asshole.
Oh my gosh, how are you not?
Are you serious or?
No, I just put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Was gonna say.
Wait, didn't we have
safe there?
Didn't we have like a bag specifically for magical stuff?
Do you?
Probably.
First I'm hearing of it.
Really? Because who held the magical rocks from like a few weeks ago?
Who knows?
Man.
Again, first I'm hearing of it.
Alright.
Okay, so I get back there and I pull it out and I say, be very careful. Is there some way we can examine this without being psychically influenced?
By this time the priests have arrived.
Yeah. In the storm.
Yeah, so I handed the priest and they answered the question for us, I guess.
And then he's just like, "Oh, by the Emperor's light, this foul heretical piece should be destroyed."
Heresy!
It is heresy.
I completely agree, but first it might be a clue. So is there some way we can read it or use it to track something?
Wait. If someone reads it, they might do mind control stuff. How are we supposed to do this?
May end up under his influence. I asked them, this could help track us, this demon influence, this heresy is blight upon the Emperor's holy land. Is there any way we can use this?
Alright, is there a way to study the psychic energy around it so we could assess like what kind of demon we're sorting with?
Yeah. Is that a question or a statement?
Question.
Okay. And the priest sort of looks at you and is like, "I do not know of any foul such heretical knowledge. You agents of the Golden Throne generally keep this sort of information to yourself, and it is for the better of everybody that its taint is limited. All I could attempt to do, I could prepare some holy seals blessed by the Emperor himself in order to protect your minds from its influence if you wish me to do so."
That would be good.
Allow us to read
holy
it.
seals.
Like I am all for destroying it. I think this thing is a piece of crap and it should burn in hell. However, it's the only clue we have at this point.
Yeah, we'll go with the holy seals.
Okay, so you get some purity seals. Starts writing on these little pieces of paper and doing elaborate blessings and incense smoke everywhere. And after about 20 minutes of all this, he presents you each a purity seal, and he literally just gets a wax stamp and he puts on each of your foreheads.
Ah, dick!
So you now have a hot wax seal with a little piece of paper with blessings written onto it, sealed onto your face. You look ridiculous, but as far as you know, it's the only thing that's going to help you with this.
I turned to him. So does this help us read this parchment? Are we safe to do so now?
As safe as we can be, I guess.
Yes.
I don't wish to expose myself to this heresy longer than
time
this.
is the essence. I want to point that out.
Yes, the purity seals should help protect your mind from the taint of the heretical knowledge.
All right, let's look. Let's take a look.
All right, so
I caution them. Only one of us should read this. Lest one of us fall, the other two can put them to rest should heresy take their minds and the chaos consume them.
I'll be willing to do it.
You're brave.
Wait, no. I'll volunteer since the other two.
Wait, who's got the highest willpower? Who's the character who should default had the willpower?
45.
Yeah, let him do it.
Okay, so you're the most will-oriented character, so that makes sense. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Excellent. All right, so you take the parchment. Give me a willpower plus test plus 30.
Nice.
And this is where you roll 100.
Alright guys, we're killing Peter.
So what happens to me?
Okay, so you start reading the parchment. You can actually you feel the sort of same sort of assault against your mind. You can feel the protection working to some extent, and then you sort of feel a metaphysical crack, so to say.
I'd like to do an awareness to see if anything's happening to him.
You can give me an awareness minus 30.
Oh boy. Oof. Let's see. What's my? Yep. Let's see. Minus 30.
Yeah.
No. What? I failed.
You don't know shit. So,
Damn.
Peter, you gain 4 corruption points.
Oh.
I wonder how many I have total. Give me a second.
You had 7, I think.
I had 3.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you're now on 7.
I guess. I'd have been thinking insanity. Oh well.
Yeah, he's gone insane, but that's
Yeah.
passed now. But he's got some corruption points, which is nice.
Which is nice.
So yes, you can sort of feel the crack as the sort of demonic energies enter your mind. The strange writing on the parchment starts making sense to you. It's very cryptic. It sounds very ranty. It's the piece of parchment. What you can make out, because it's not a full sheet of paper. It's just sort of like half of it, so to speak. So it reads, onto this Hive we shall go, where rainbows flow. Upon the maiden's voyage we flight. Then it lands, this maiden, also fair, so small on this land, for him to bring upon this land corruption, so they may come, and all will be lost, but all will be gained.
So I read that out to him and then say, man, this guy was a shitty poet.
It's, as I said, it's sort of like half a piece of paper, so it's like the sentences are ending like as you're reading them type thing, so you're getting like it's really fragmented, but that's what you get.
After I read it out, I say, does anyone recognize this from anything?
I don't know. Common law check, I guess.
Alright, give me a common check then. Common law.
Or scholastic, whatever. Like.
Um,
Oh wait, no. I'll use my what do you call it? I'll use my fate point to automatically pass it.
okay, and you get how many degrees of success equal to your intelligence, isn't it?
Yep,
So
so that's 5.
5 degrees of success. You can figure out that obviously when they're talking about rainbows, they're talking about Arnis Hive. The maiden voyage, it's probably talking about a ship's first flight, obviously. As it comes, when it's talking about so they may reign, it's probably talking about the Chaos Gods. All is lost is probably talking about the city being lost to the Emperor, but all is gained is probably talking something about the city being gained, the planet being gained of the Chaos Gods. And then obviously, so he may bring, is talking to probably about the whatever came down with the ship. Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's Kit's knowledge, so what do you do with it, bro?
He's probably not going to tell us like last time.
I have to tell them. It's important.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the last thing in Pathfinder was important too, and you didn't tell us that.
Not really.
Still haven't.
Yes. So yes. What do you guys make of that? And what do you guys want to do with said knowledge?
So effectively, we just know that he's here to corrupt the hive, the entire hive.
Yes. And you know that the ship that came down, it was its first flight. It was its maiden voyage.
Yeah, it's made
What ships do we know in in the areas that could have been traveling here as that was its maiden voyage.
We're
We
about
did
to
say
find
no.
out.
You're about to find out. Yes, you did just get airspace records.
Yeah, I relay, I guess, the need that we need to confirm. You know, any first, maiden voyage ships, we need information on them.
Excellent. This. So obviously you can So as you go through, you can obviously, the dock manifests have already been wiped clean for whatever that dock came from. However, the air logs, as you sort of, I guess you're going to sit there and cross-reference.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, the shipping manifests with the air control stuff. So as you're going through the ships, there's actually a handful of undocumented ships that came through. Two of as you're going through, most of them were smugglers. A couple were quite well-known smugglers. However, there is two ships that came off world which aren't overly, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? That not lot of information is known about these two ships, so to speak. One, came from. Sorry, I gotta zoom in. The planet of Casriel. That's what its documents and that from when it entered orbit said, but it never reported as to loading into any docks. And the other one comes from Quindare. So I'll move you over to the world map. Oh yeah, I've already done so. So you should
Quindare.
I'll zoom in.
That's over in Taurian Frontier System.
Yes.
And we're currently in Arnis over in the Cygnus system.
So yes. So there's two ships which not a lot of information is known about. Which one do you wish to investigate?
Casual, of course, the one that's nearby, closest first.
So the one from Castrol?
Yeah, that's like next to us in Cygnus, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to investigate Quindai at the same time.
Where's Quindai?
Quindai is in
Taurian
the Taurian Frontier System.
It's Quindai, guys. It's close to the warp storm.
He's got common sense. I like this. So Quindire it is.
That's a good call. Good call, Kit.
Good deduction there. You know more about 40k than I do. Alright, so we investigate Quindire. We ask the Adeptus Abadis for an update on the happenings on Quindire to see what's going on there.
Alright.
I would also communicate at the same time a request for information from the Inquisition to see if we have anything going on in the Quindire planet.
Excellent. So it takes quite a while. It takes only a few hours for you to get some information on Quindire itself. That's more common knowledge type stuff. So Quindire, obviously in the Tauran Frontier System, it's recently come out of the warp storm, so it's got a lot of residual warp energies there. The planet is absolutely feral. It's considered a death world. Not a very pleasant place to live at all. And generally, it only has a few small outposts located on it, sort of new colonies. It's known for its very exotic and dangerous animals, which often get smuggled off the planet for pit fighting. And that's what the That's basically what the Adeptus Abites knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a couple of days to get information back from the Inquisition, but you actually get messages from, I can't remember what his name is. Shit, I got to get it up. But the Inquisitor you encountered in the first sort of mission, the Psychic Blank.
The testing one. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't actually remember his name. I've got to find it. Oh, here we go. I actually got it. I need message formats. Oh, did I not get them? It was like in.
Just while you're getting that up, meta question. In terms of the difference between the lower hives and the current, like the main hive area,
Yeah.
what's the actual difference there? Is this thinking like country border level stuff where there's like, custom gates and crap? Or is it more of just a vague
kind of thing?
economic difference in area?
Like a cross between the two.
Okay.
So it's like a
Would it effectively be functional to fortify everything that is not the lower hive? So could we create effectively a border zone?
Absolutely. The hives are designed to be, in the case that a hive is attacked, each section can be locked off individually from one another.
But that's something that can happen like at the click of a button kind of thing.
Yes, it can happen very quickly. Yes.
Okay, never mind. I was going to say we should probably fortify like the border just in case something goes south, but if that's the case, then that's fine.
You could request to the governor of the hive to shut down a section of the hive so nothing can get in, nothing can get out.
We don't know where this thing is yet, so I mean we can't exactly lock down the hive for no reason. I mean, the implications of just locking down the hive for a week is pretty severe, isn't it?
Yes.
Wait, I got the name.
So we can't just lock it down.
As soon as we figure out
can
where
we
it
do
is,
Sorry.
I'm not sure what this would be. I'm guessing an intelligence test to judge based on the travel distance, time, and speed of this thing through the hive, what its potential proximity could be and its locational area.
Yes, Kit could do a logic test if you wanted to do that.
I just missed like a few sentences. What was it?
Judging from my guy isn't smart enough to do this. Judging from the distance the thing has traveled and the time it's taken to get there, give a rough estimate of the approximate location it could be in, like area.
We're talking about went through the hives.
Yeah, as it traveled through the hive, because then we could lock it down within that area potentially. Knowing this, so it's probably intelligent enough to either sped its pace up or something.
Oof, I don't have navigate.
Oh, you can do navigate, but you could also do a logic test.
Okay, I'll do a logic test.
So Inquisitor Kura is the one.
Okay.
So yeah, he gets back to you and he says that a radical Inquisitor has attempted to summon and bind a demon host to his service, and that escaped from a new secret shipbuilding station. It managed to corrupt a crew and managed to jump onto a ship.
Great. Alright, I asked him for all information, all logs, history, and everything for this thing, and I pretty much just tell him where it is and that we're dealing with it currently, and request inquisitorial reinforcements to help root out the heresy and the demon.
He says yes, he's currently on something else, but he can send he can get his acolytes to give you all the necessary information.
I request any potential manpower.
That's acolytes, man.
man, that's sexist.
What? Oh yeah, you got a success. So from
I just want reinforcements. This damn thing's gonna be super freaking strong.
No, you
it's
want
just gonna turn everyone against us and I'm screwing us over.
So you guys are sort of talking over each other. It makes it very hard to understand what you're saying.
I said no, you want quote unquote manpower.
So
on a serious note, I'm requesting reinforcements if possible from the Inquisition.
But I don't think they'll make it in time.
probably not.
If they're on their way, they could possibly make it in time. Also, we've been here for a few days waiting to hear back, and we haven't heard any incidents.
Yeah,
all right.
did
Yes,
anything
I
happen
get
in
back.
this time?
Yeah, I'll get back to you on those. We've been talking a lot. You understand? So yes, you get back some incident reports. Actually no, because now it's in the lower hives now. You're starting to still suffer from some form of sort of an information drought as he gets low into the hives and law and order gets less. Things get reported a lot less frequently. However, based off Maris's logic test, cross-referencing with the few reports that did get reported, you can dictate it's in one of these 3 locations.
I'll lock them all down then. I'll request access to them all locked down plus any adjacent ones.
Excellent. Yep. So that costs you. It's going to cost you 3 influence to do so.
Sweet. So that'll cost me 2 because of my breeding counts.
Yeah. Excellent. So you're able to lock down.
Freaking aristocrat.
So I will. And on you delete. So I'll draw a shape of the lockdown areas. So you lock down the area you're in. Lock down this part, this part, this part. Yeah. Yeah. And the
I'm gonna trust your instinct on this, Marius.
So all these are locked down, and then I'll do in a different color. That's not a very bright color. Yellow, that's a good one. And I'll just do, so these are the 3 that he could be in.
Based on the intelligence.
Yeah.
Now, with the lockdown in effect, what's our ability to get troops in there and sweep them?
Basically, the lockdown, you can sort of just, there are sort of main gateways that you can enter that you would, generally they would, if in case of like the hive getting sieged, if they were to try and reclaim the hive, they have sort of gates which they can send soldiers back through. Yeah, so you would be able to...
So, start the sweep.
Sweet.
From the command tent we were at, I'm just going to grab myself a cup of coffee, get a cigar, and just start sending out orders for guys to go do the sweeps with the Obides leader. Tell them to have constant active comms and report anything potentially suspicious.
Alright, well...
And if they encounter resistance, to request reinforcements as necessary.
Well, all parties encounter resistance. They've gone into the lower hives.
Of course.
Yeah, and basically they can sort of formulate, I guess, outposts, so to speak, sort of forward points that they can sort of quickly fortify, but it's sort of like they can only go along the main roads at the moment.
Yeah.
Going into side alleys is pretty much suicide for them. So they can only give you information from these. However, it'll take probably a few more days for them to get any concrete information as well. Obviously, just because it is a slow process going into the lower hives.
Of course.
I think we should go with them. Well, at least stay in the forward bases.
I would rather wait and hold our cards until we know where it is.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like go in the thing. I'm just saying like go into a forward base and stay there, so it's a quicker response than having to go down there.
Like right outside the gate.
Yeah, we can't just stay up here and wait, man, and twiddling our thumbs.
I asked the Obides guy there. This hive, what's the chances of this armored vehicle of ours to be assaulted should we take it to the lower hives? Would this deter any potential hostilities?
Chance of assault guaranteed.
We're staying here.
Yeah. So I just put a purple box on the map there. That purple box is the current segment you're in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable being where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were there. I thought we were up higher.
No.
Yes, I'm.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so this is close enough for me. In terms of the information, obviously while we're establishing board bases, what do we hear back from the Inquisition in terms of all the data information on this demon that's been freed? Fingers crossed we get some details here.
So you pretty much get the confirmation that you are, yes, dealing with a demon host. Best way to deal with any demonic threat is obviously with blessed weaponry. Any form of sanctified weapon, holy weapon, just the hot divine shit.
Anything with the blessing of the Emperor. Alright.
Yes. Obviously, also there's the learning its true name if you wish to go for that route. However, that would probably be a little harder, as you would have to find the original group that
Summoned
it, yes, to find out its true name.
What information?
Whoa. Okay.
Do we know who the Inquisitor tried to use it from the beginning is?
Yeah.
So his name is Inquisitor Goran. He is a very radical Inquisitor of the Ordo Malleus. Obviously, he has a very fight fire with fire mentality, and that's obviously why he tried to summon the demon host in the first place. However, he tried to, with demon hosts, when you bind them, you sort of do a number of bindings. Each binding makes the demon host weaker, but it gives you more control over said demon host. This was a twice bound demon host. Generally, that's very risky. Because unbound is the most powerful. Once bound is very powerful. Second bound is dangerous. Third bound is when it starts getting a little more reliable to actually be able to control. And then fourth bound is pretty much the most reliable. So this is a second bound, so it's pretty much quickly broke free from its constraints and went on a rampage. The Inquisitor's gone dark. He's believed still to be on the planet, but people can't be exactly sure if he's still on Quindar. He could have tried escaping to sort of hide his own ass, or he could be secretly also hunting down the demon as well to sort of end his mistake. But that would require... Oh.
Is there any way we can track him?
You do have... You can... He could... The... Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, language is not very easy for me today for some reason. You can get access a picture of him, and if as well as a few of his more prominent acolytes that he's normally with, and if any of them are seen, you could have it instantly reported to you.
Let's see that.
Yeah.
I actually got a question.
Yes.
Like, when did Brother Kelvin had a contact with the demon?
So he was the first victim of the demon. He was a tech priest assigned to repair anything on the docks that failed. They normally do have a mech priest on. And when the ship came with the demon host on it, it landed at the docks right outside the tech priest quarters, and the tech priest was given instructions to deal with it himself, and then once he did so, he disappeared.
Okay, so it doesn't have long-range mind control powers.
No. Well, not that you're aware of.
I think you're not aware.
Let's keep those fingers crossed, guys.
Turns out we're all under its influence already.
Well, you know with demons that they generally try to increase their power, so he's probably trying to do that.
Yeah. The chaos that we've done.
Alright. So, while you guys wait for information, is there any information you want to go over? Because you're following a lot of leads at the moment, so to speak.
I'm pretty good.
Just trying to think. So we're following effectively any potential sighting of the Inquisitor.
Yep.
We're following up on getting footholds in these 3 locations this thing could be. and waiting for any reports of spotting it, of course, this guy clad in white. And at the same time, what was the last one?
Finding out what the demon is.
You got
yeah,
that.
finding out.
You
The
got that.
demon name.
Oh, the
That's what
demon's
I'm trying
name.
to say.
Yes, the demon's
Yeah.
name. Yes.
Yeah, but to really get that, we would need to speak with the Inquisitor.
Excellent.
Is there some sort of
Actually,
like general chat radio that this Inquisitor would have access to, that we could broadcast a message short distance, so just to this hive? Or actually, yeah, no, let's go like global. If we could broadcast a signal that he would receive it, kind of like an open communication, like a Facebook status or something.
what? That doesn't make sense.
You do. It actually kind of does.
In terms of like, by the way, my dude, we're hunting the demon that you're hunting. Come speak with us here.
Yeah.
You dicked up, fix your mistake, come help us. Situation.
But then that would alert the demon that there's another.
It would be inquisitorial comm level, so it wouldn't be something the demon should have access to unless he's taken over the Inquisitor.
He has a tech priest. He could hack into it.
If he knows it's there. Or, if that's the case, it'll draw out the demon so we know where it is. At the same time, I also want to get our weapon sanctified.
Yep.
That was the other one. Remembered. I want every single weapon we have sanctified by some priests.
Or we can just ask for sanctified weapons.
Yep. So.
I want my flamers sanctified and my eviscerator.
Alright, you've got a flamer.
I've got 2 flamers.
Yeah.
And 2 weapon wielders, so I can do 2 flaming attacks in the same turn.
So I'm just throwing your lead. So you got
So-
Inquisitor Gorham, forward bases.
Yeah, I should list this as well.
Yeah. We sort of throw a lot of things out there all at once. So.
Well, that's the idea in this, is cast your net as wide as
Yes,
possible.
yes, it is a good idea. Lock.
Forward bases,
Down.
sanctify weapons, true name. Under that one, I'm going to put find Inquisitor. So, is there a possibility of us putting out that broadcast message?
There's a couple of ways you could go about this. So first off, you could just do a general Voxcast network. However, this Inquisitor in particular likes sort of working under the radar.
Yeah.
The second thing you could do is follow astropathic traffic. So essentially, your astropath can sense messages getting sent here and there and try to look for an anomaly, basically, and see if he can then ping whatever astropath sent that anomaly message. So if there's all of a sudden a new astropath just appears and sends a message just quickly, something like that, you know?
Right, yeah, so have this astropath follow up on whether or not this Inquisitor has his own astropath,
Yes.
effectively.
And then once he does that, he can contact that astropath with your message.
Yeah.
Well, we got a list of his acolytes, so one of them could be an astropath. I guess we should check that.
And
Yeah, so we'll have a general bulletin for anyone in the Adeptus, kind of a, if seen, reports to us, not like approach or anything for any of the acolytes or the Inquisitor. So kind of like just a subtly report kind of situation.
yeah,
So they don't go up and try and manhandle them.
yeah, no, that probably wouldn't end well for them.
No, the Narbodians would get their asses handed to them by the Inquisitor.
Yeah, demon hires, and you're currently looking for any.
So what do we have there exactly, Liam? Just to make sure I got mine done too.
Pathic. You're looking for Inquisitor Gordon and Alkalites. They summon the demon host on the planet of Quindar. You're looking for any astropathic link, any astropathic message sent from them. So you can intercept. You're trying to learn the demon host's true name. You're sanctifying your weapons. You're establishing forward bases. You've locked down the lower hives. And I'll put that up there.
Who says men can't multitask?
I know. I'm just trying to think. There was something else, wasn't there? No. I think that's basically everything this session.
Yeah. And we didn't really establish this much last session. It was just a, oh crap, the thing can control people.
Yeah, and then you went to the... You got... Kit got
for the forward bases,
yes.
I really want to make sure they're reporting any potentially suspicious behavior.
Suspicious behavior in the lower hives.
In terms of, like, describe the fact that this thing can control people. So, if you see people acting out of character, obviously this is the lower hives, so we're going to get a ton of false reports potentially.
And since they're locked in, it's going to be KO, right?
Yeah, so, actually, that's a terrible idea now I think about it in hindsight. Reporting suspicious behavior in the lower hives makes zero damn sense.
And you just
going to be attacking them or...
Not necessarily. Like, they basically expect to be attacked, so suspicious behavior would be if they stopped getting attacked or something like that.
That's true. Well, obviously as well, they're looking for the guy in white.
Yeah.
We really have nothing on this.
Yeah, sure. Let's just ask them to report suspicious behavior in terms of what's out of the ordinary and the detail. So if they're not being attacked, or if they see gatherings of people that aren't aggressive, or if they see any like cannibalism, sacrifices, there are the general reports.
Yeah.
Of anything suspicious that links to what's already happened, sacrifices, on the street murders, ritual, things.
Yeah.
Just pretty much have like a good old checklist for them to go through and report anything. And just compile that of everything that could be linked to the demon. And not just, we got attacked the other day.
Yes.
9 times.
I got a question. How long has Dave been, locked down?
3 or 4 days now, isn't it?
Been locked down, it'll be 3 days, that'd be right.
Because the thing's
or are they just locked down?
No, it wouldn't be 3 days. This session's gone over the course of 3 days, but the actual lockdown's probably only been a day at this stage.
Yeah, that's true. Because we locked it down, then just sent in troops to establish these forward bases, and they're in the process of doing that.
Yes.
And fingers crossed it hasn't gotten to one of the other locations and it's just building up a gas arm. Please.
I won't be that much of a dickhead.
Yeah.
If you did, we're just going to get into the turrets on this armored vehicle and just see how much ammo we have and how long it lasts. Considering the population of this hive is several billion, I don't think we're going to have enough rounds.
Go until the bangs turn to clicks.
Yeah, it'll be a case of using serious amounts of chemical warfare and AoE effects. Bullets won't cut it. But I feel, based on what we've done and information here, and the fact that Liam does want this to end, that we've probably got something good here going. It's just pulling it off.
Yeah.
If it is
what do you guys think? Are we missing anything?
If it is locked down, we might try something desperate. So, yeah.
I think we've got it pretty sorted.
Whether it tries something desperate or if it does a subtle undercover,
No. I mean, the white guy will try something desperate since it will be locked down.
It's the demon. The white guy's the demon. That's what we want to try something desperate. We want to draw him out so we know where he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We want to get his true name if possible first. If not, have sanctified weapons on this armored truck if possible. That's on my request list. Sanctify the freaking armored truck and its weaponry.
Okay.
I think that falls under mechanicals.
Alright, Kit, go sanctify it. Sanctify this armored of ours.
Sanctuary.
All right.
Like, I legitimately just want to roll up there in the biggest, heavily, most sanctified weapon possible. Because if this thing turns south with an army and we have to kill it with sanctified weapons and we don't have its true name to banish it, it's not gonna be easy. And considering, like, this is my guy's logic. This thing just broke out of its restraints done by an Inquisitor, who I'm assuming is a higher rank than me.
Yes.
Allah, the demon is going to be stronger than the average person of my or our stature, so it's going to be difficult to kill. And it's a demon. So I want to have guns bristling as possible. I also want to make sure that I restrain its power and influence. I don't want it getting control of more people. I want to pretty much bottleneck this thing into doing something irrational or revealing itself, and then go in and have a toe-to-toe with it.
Yeah.
Or just straight up, nerve gas the section of the Hive that it's in. And accept several million, 100 million civilian casualties. If that's not so bad. Depending on the situation.
If you really want to end this game, you could do that.
Is that an option, Liam? Just nerve gas these sections of the Hive?
You could go in for a sort of extermination campaign. Yeah, an extermination campaign, that is a possibility, but it's pretty much attempting to wage a small scale war. So it would be.
No, I want to avoid that.
Yeah.
It's the last resort if everything goes to hell.
I don't know. We are bringing an army.
We have the Arbites, not a military. We have the militarized police.
Yeah.
Do we have acolytes from the Inquisition with us as well?
No, the acolytes have are probably quite a while off, to be honest.
Yeah, we've requested them, but they're going to be a while away.
Yeah,
because information travels a lot faster than people.
Yes, it's pretty much a situation that it's most likely if they're starting to arrive, then you've kind of messed up. You should probably sort of get to pinning it down before they get here.
Yeah. That being said, if they arrive, hey, more reinforcements. And if it's that costed, if it's that turned belly up, we're going to need their help anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, with this session, I'm probably not going to finish the campaign this session. It probably will be next session. I doubted it would be this session anyway, so I'm drawing lines everywhere. Delete those.
It's a purple circle! The purple circles are... This is a square.
It's a square, yeah.
Purple squares are invading. One other thing as well, I want to note on the forward bases and everything on the Hive, I want all the in and outs, the entrances, exits, like, fortified to all days. Like, I want the biggest concentration of our guys there.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't want escaping.
Exactly.
So yes. So after about a day, they managed to set up a forward base in each of the 3 locations you think it's based in, based off Kit's logic test. And during this day, all your weapons get sanctified. Your truck gets sanctified and absolutely covered in purity seals. Everything's covered in purity seals. So you can treat all your weapons as now as having the sanctified trait. So just go put that in your weapons.
Flamer, brackets, sanctified.
Exactly.
Here's a quick question for you. Are my grenades sanctified?
Yes.
Excellent. I have sanctified hallucinogen grenades. That's going to be interesting.
Not that one. Alright, so we get that done. And this is the notebook I want. So sanctify that.
I was going to say, we should probably make sure we read up on what sanctified does.
Yeah, I'll probably do the actual fight with the demon host next week, because that will... Oh, not next week, next... Well, yeah, I probably will do it next week. Oh, no. Can I do... I can't...
The next week.
Yeah. I'll try to do Pathfinder next week, and then I won't be able to do it the week after that because I just have things on. So it'll probably be the week after that.
It can have unique effects against some terrible demons and other denizens of the warp.
I know it's there. I think it ignores the demonic quality, if I remember correctly, which makes sense. That is a big help for you taking it down.
It just says have unique effects.
Well, it's going to be beneficial either way. Like I said, cast this net as wide as possible, cover every option, explore every avenue of potential solutions to the situation.
Yes.
No more tunnel vision.
Sanctified. Here we go. Counts as holy damage. Yeah. Holy damage is if I remember correctly, it ignores the demonic quality, which is good.
Yep.
Obviously, because the demonic trait is very powerful. So.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So, yep, you're ignoring that, which is fantastic.
Okay, so how much more do we have to do in preparation? Because right now we're pretty much waiting on details to come in,
yes.
or something to happen almost.
Basically, yes. So now I have to figure out something for you to happen. So yeah, after a day, they set the forward bases. And you quickly get words from the central yellow square, one right in the middle beneath you, directly. They report that there's sort of been a lull in the attacks. They're sort of originally they had the attacks that they expected, then all of a sudden they sort of stopped. So they're not getting attacked anymore, which is weird.
Are there still the same population of people, I guess, on the streets and stuff? I'm assuming that still happens.
Yes.
So people still walk around, get.
There's still the people walking around. It's just they're still not getting attacked by the gangsters anymore and so on. The hive to your right has had the exact opposite problem.
Even more than usual?
Yeah, they're just constantly under siege. It's non-stop. They basically are just constantly fighting. And it's a bit pretty crazy. The one on the left is pretty much getting what it expects.
Okay, so I'll send reinforcements to the right side, of course. Make sure they're armed and stocked up.
Yeah.
And the center ones, I want them to conduct preliminary searches to see if they can find any traces of the demon. Question. Meta questions, just so I know actually how this would work. Would telling the Adeptus Abites exactly what we're looking for freak them out? Or would they be like, hell yeah, let's go hunt the demon?
Scared shitless.
Yep, okay. So I'll be telling them to look for traces of cultists, I'm guessing they wouldn't be afraid of?
Yeah, no, cultists would be fine. They want to smash those
Okay, so look for the traces of the suspected cultist in white. The sacrifices, the mind control. I want them to conduct preliminary, safe searches. So they're not going down back alleyways and being stupid.
Okay.
They're going into locations where groups would gather, people could get together, things like that. Logical locations for this thing to actually go to and approach to try and take over people.
Yep, fair enough.
So unsafe places.
Well,
everywhere's unsafe.
It's preliminary. I don't want them going down back alleyways searching through gutters and crap right now.
Yeah.
Because if this thing jumps them, we lose that entire section of the hive if he takes it.
Yeah.
I want them to safely do preliminary searches and see if we can find a hint of what this thing's up to. If it's in that one, it could be in the other one, causing the attacks. That's why we've got more troops down there now.
So I got a question.
Also, any signs of cannibalism or murders and sacrifices, of course, are being reported, I hope.
Yeah.
How much manpower do we actually have?
You pretty much have the force of the Adeptus Abites.
You're welcome.
The local hive, yeah.
Question, can we, what are they called? Recruit the sickness regiments.
Yes, you want to try and get the sickness regiments.
Also, what's the mission of the Holy Martyr? I forgot.
Sorry, I was looking for that.
It's the big yellow square on the other side of the crystal.
It's a church thing.
It's a church thing. It's just, well, it was just included on the map. I found.
Okay, so Cygnus regiments. I'm gonna let them know there's a heresy, and there's zealous. Oh, sorry, there's zeal is required.
Absolutely is. This is going to get interesting. So in order to do this, you're going to have to give me an influence test. So roll your influence as a stat.
Influence.
Yes.
Just roll it.
Yep,
Okay,
just
no
roll
modifier.
it as a stat. Yep. Let's see what you get.
Pass.
You
4
pass.
degrees.
Yep.
My influence is 70.
So it's 4 degrees. Okay, fantastic. So yes, you pass your test, and you manage to get an audience with the what's his face, the garrison
Sure.
commander or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the technical term would be, but you manage to get a garrison with him. Yeah, and he's rather interesting looking. He's sort of wearing a trench coat which is sort of open at the front, revealing sort of scars across his chest. His face is also covered in like cross-shaped scars, and you notice that there's a lot of the soldiers sort of had the same sort of ritualistic scarring.
Yep.
They generally have a lot of them have their shirts open and so on. They carry around modified las rifles, which seem stockier than normal las rifles, shorter, more compact. And they also carry around, a lot of them have some form of chainsword with them as well. So
I was going to say, I'm approaching this wherever we are. I'm not in my power armor right now, because I don't want to walk around constantly in the lower hives. That's probably not a good idea.
yeah.
But I'm going to have my, like, eviscerator on my back and one of my flamers on my hip, like, holstered up. And I'm going to be in my full, like, kind of like combat get up that I wouldn't be for my armor, so my normal get up.
Okay, sweet as. Yeah, you can.
I'm guessing since he's not here, I still have the plate armor that I had before,
Yes,
so I'd be in that.
The Abites one. Yep. All right, no problem. Yeah. And he sort of turns and he's just like, "So you want to speak to me?"
Yes, there is need of your zeal. I hear the Cygnus regiments are known for their urban fighting and their melee combats. Their prowess is renowned.
I'm glad our reputation precedes us. It's quite true. Yes, we are very good at close quarters combat. We enjoy getting the jump on those filthy heretics, or those.
Well, I guess I have exactly the situation for your assistance to be required.
Oh,
you see, we have a cultist in the lower hives I'm hunting, and I require some more manpower to quell whatever potential threat this could pose to the hive. Would you be interested in fighting alongside us for this glorious extermination?
Yep, give me a charm test.
That's fellowship.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is a fellowship test.
Easy.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, indeed, we are. I'd be very keen to join you. However, I do have a question. Why exactly is the Abites themselves not enough?
Okay, again, meta question.
Yep.
For these Cygnus regiments, because they're an actual army military thing.
Yes, they're proper
They've
Imperial
probably
Guard.
still never fought Xenos or demons and stuff.
They would have most likely have fought Xenos. They've definitely fought Successionists and Heretical Uprisings. Demons, you probably not.
Okay, because they would still be scared crapless of demons, wouldn't they?
Maybe.
They'll be more open to it.
Or maybe they're gonna be like, freaking hell yeah, let's go kill the demon.
Depends how you phrase it.
Also, does he know I'm Inquisition, or do I have to reveal that?
I would assume, as part of your influence test, I would have assumed you would have flashed your security clearance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just trying to think of how I'd respond to this in terms of the Abites not big enough. Yeah, so I would pretty much go, the Abites are of course sufficient. However, when rooting out heresy, you can never be too cautious or careful. And the Cygnus regiments, their glory, their blazing fury, oh, that was something I would be honored to bear witness to in first hand.
Well, we're definitely very flattered. But it still sort of doesn't answer my question. If they are sufficient, then do you really need us? As you must understand, we do have to fulfill the Emperor's tithes and supply our troops to foreign conflicts. It's not.
Of course, the glory of the Emperor is never to be undermined.
Yes, we sort of cannot. We cannot undercut the administorum. So if I am to commit my troops, I need something good to put on paper. So far, you are interesting me greatly, especially if this is happening in our so glorious Hive of Arnis. I cannot tolerate this happening on my home turf, you understand, but I do need a good reason to put on the papers, so to speak.
Alright, boys, let's throw this dice and make this gamble. So I'm gonna I'm guessing we're standing or sitting right now?
Standing.
Yep. So I'll pretty much like broaden my shoulders, look him in straight on, straight shoulders. And I'll be like, well, would a demonic influence be enough to gather their interest?
Demonic. Oh, now this. Roll me a command roll.
Command? Okay, that's still fellowship, isn't it?
It is still fellowship.
It's a steel dice, I think.
Ooh! No.
How far off were you?
It's like 1 degree of failure.
You can auto pass certain tests. Hang on, let me check.
Oh right, fate points, eh?
8 points, yes.
Done.
No,
Can he do a command test?
the ability to pass it.
No, because remember, you know how you get your fate to auto pass certain things.
Yeah. Like
I
did
don't know what
to
I can
pass the
spend on
knowledge
that.
check.
Yeah, yours is knowledge. His, because
Yeah.
he went
No,
Oh, would I check that? It would be under my traits, eh?
yeah.
special abilities or traits.
Oh! I've got the re-rolling one.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can reroll for free, can't
So
you?
let's just try that again.
Yeah.
There we go. 2 degrees of success. My
Excellent.
goal was 50.
Demonic. That's the most foul type of heresy. I've only heard stories and whispers of this. We'll gladly offer our service to you.
Well, you'll be glad to know this is a juvenile threat. However, a threat to the glory of the Emperor and your hive, nonetheless. And that is why I am here.
Well,
To stomp this out before it becomes a proper threat.
yeah. All right. Yeah. So yes. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna put my regiments to it. We will storm the hives on your command.
Excellent. I give him the location of our command bunker. And I'm guessing we have also like a rally point there as well.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yep, so I'll give him the information. I'll pretty much give him like the military handshake, like the brothers in arms kind of like wrist handshake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you do
And
it?
I'll be like, I'll send
There are
word when we
bitings.
need your forces. May the blaze of glory and the Emperor's light never shine evermore upon you.
Yeah. It's like the throne's will be done, and then he gives you the sign of the Aquila and bows to you and walks off and starts yelling orders to people who are around the place.
Ready the forces.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's currently rallying his troops.
What does Gandalf say again? Watch for me at the first light on the eastern border or something?
Something like that, yeah.
That's all I can think of here is just some big old cavalry charge. Yeah, alright. So we got, I think, as much manpower as we can get now. We just need to find the bugger.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Alright, Kit, you go get those, what are they called? The Titans? You're up, Kit.
that I don't think you're about to get a Titan.
It'll still be you. I can't get titans.
Let's just go take a Titan to the lower hives. Do they even fit?
No.
Not really. They can walk down the big boulevards, but they're not going to get into the nitty-gritties. But of course, they can just blow holes in everything, so I guess that's also an option.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask. Off you go, kid.
What? Why ask me? You're the one who talks to people.
I'll go with you and look mean. You're a tech priest. I can't speak binary. You think they're going to give it to someone who can't even speak their language?
So you actually seriously going to do this?
If he rolls a 1, it's the only way.
I'm probably going to say no, just because it would be sort of
It's a Titan.
It would be a Deus Ex Machina. You're like, okay, cool. Even a demon host can't handle the Titan, so
It steps on the demon, you win.
it's like it's in the boulevard. You know the general location. It just unloads its
aim.
It just aims and blows everything up in that general direction. Job well done.
Well, hey, if the Hive gets overtaken, the Titans are going to destroy the Hive anyway. So.
That's true, but...
Or the Inquisition will just straight up exterminatus the planet.
Yeah. That's why you don't need to get that far.
Fingers crossed we don't have that happen.
Although, as members of the Inquisition, you know that anybody who learns about the true nature of chaos has to be killed. So, you may be sentencing a lot of people to their deaths.
Yeah. Yeah, Ragnar.
On the phone.
See, I wasn't aware of that, but whatever. Once that was done, I'll be back in a sec. I need to change the headset on my battery.
Fair enough.
My battery in my headset.
Fair enough. I'll let you do that. Alright, I'll give you some more information.
I'm back.
Okay, sweet. Okay. Yeah, so I'll give you some more information about the going-ons throughout the Hive. So, obviously, the military regiments are getting ready to storm whatever they need to storm. They're pretty much ready on your command. The current news is, as usual, the left is the text on the left and lockdown sector are starting to increase in intensity. The right one is, thanks to your reinforcements, able to hold off its almost non-stop siege. And the central one has finally come under attack from one single organized push, and it's gone dark.
Alright, the center it is.
Alright.
So we say just storm the Hive and end session here and just do the storm next session?
Is that what? Yep. And on top of this, you have one more thing. The Inquisitor has been located.
Okay, we find the Inquisitor and we...
I don't know.
Crap. How long would the push take, time-wise, versus finding the Inquisitor?
So essentially, the Inquisitor was spotted. He's at the Cathedral of the Emperor's Light. So if you can see that, that's all the way at the top there. That's where he is.
Do we have anyone up there that can escort him down here?
Why would he follow?
Can we just straight up vox communicate with him? Just like dial him on his mobile or something?
No.
Or the Astropath?
The Astropath located him and sent a message, but has heard no response as of yet. But you can assume that the Inquisitors are aware of what's happened, even if you can...
I guess going with... We'll beat him there.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't have time, considering... As well as at the same time, I'm going to go, crap, those Albides guys are either dead, dying, or evil now.
Yeah, so it's basically a choice. Do you go to meet the Inquisitor and get the demon's true name, or do you attack now while you have reinforcements?
Yeah, we'll attack now.
Okay.
That's what my guy would do. He wouldn't bother. He would be like, this guy's a coward. I'm going to tell him to get his ass down here so that we can banish this demon and he can finish what he started. Failing that, I've got sanctified weapons and I'm going to go at this thing with an eviscerator and pray.
Yeah.
Pray so hard.
Yep. Alright, so, yeah.
And hope this armored truck doesn't get one shot.
Probably not, although the demon is rather impressive with its damage output. But yes, we, as you guessed, we'll call that a session there, so I can prepare for the actual assault itself, right?
Yeah.
Roll up some
so
character sheets.
Arbites, Cygnus Regiment, and us as the Inquisition, a blaze of glory down the main thoroughfare towards where the main fortress was for these
Absolutely.
Arbites who have gone dark.
Yeah.
This is gonna be dope.
Yes, this will be absolutely dope. I'm going to prepare this really fucking well. I'm going to actually add to the map I made and make it even bigger and more impressive.
Yes!
I'm going to try and...
I'm going to be able to snipe.
Yeah, I'll make some boulevards and shit, and hopefully it'll be sort of a... It'll be how do you strategize this shit type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll make a few maps. This will probably be just before Christmas, this final session. I do want to finish it this year, so I can get on to the Shadowrun campaign as well as the one-shots followed by the Starfinder. And then obviously once Wrath and Glory is out, we will continue on with the season 2 of this session. Once, if they all survive, Anthony will hopefully become an Inquisitor. And then, and then Wrath and Glory will make our characters as either new characters, or you can basically roll out the one, you'll just be Inquisitors, and we'll continue on the same story. But as...
I'm happy to continue the same story just with a different system.
Yeah, because you don't really much like the system.
I like it, but I just feel it doesn't properly represent skill levels.
Yeah.
Rolling a D100 doesn't feel like I'm actually rolling a skill. It doesn't feel, I guess like Pathfinder, you've got that bonus, so you know you've always got this straight flat bonus to whatever you do.
Yeah, the D100 system, it's just, you got to get under a number. I mean, the skill, you get a plus 10 each time you get the skill increase.
Yeah,
so
obviously, but I also, I wouldn't rant about it. This is going to be forever,
All right,
so we'll finish
no
it.
problem. Yeah, we'll finish here. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed the episode, remember to like, subscribe, and share on and so on and so forth. And we'll see you all again next time. Have a great day.
Heresy!
Subscribe for the life of the Emperor.